Buy one saree. When you go to the showroom, you will see the first saree is very good, but still you will not be satisfied. You would like to see many more sarees to purchase. Why? Because you want to get that satisfaction that when I'm paying 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees money to buy this saree, I must spend adequate time in finding out are there sarees better than this or not. Ultimately, you may come to that first saree and buy. But the satisfaction that you will get is, I have seen 100 sarees. Out of that, one saree I selected, which I liked it. Now I am happy to pay 2,000 or 3,000 rupees, whatever is charged. You will pay and then buy that saree. So, when this is the scenario for a simple saree purchase, imagine what will be running in the mind of the buyer who is going to put his life savings on the property. He is going to keep paying EMI throughout his life. For next 20 years, he will be paying EMI. Do you think he will see one property and select your property? May not. Let's say you are selling that one property, he may like that property, but still he will not buy because he wants to see other properties. Now, if you say, I don't have other properties, then you have lost. You have lost him. After seeing about 20 properties, he may come back to the same property which you are selling, but this time he will buy it through some other person. And you have spent money on generating this lead. So what has happened ultimately? It has gone to somebody else. The lead has gone to somebody else. The brokerage will go to somebody else. Are you seeing this problem? Are you understanding this problem that is there with you? Are you understanding? Yes, no? Now what should you do for that? You must have adequate property inventories with you. I am not necessarily saying that every property that you are having, you should visit them, not required. But in your Excel sheet, in your CRM, it should be available. All the properties should be available. And they are all available in internet. Everything is available. Now you have to organize and put it in the proper form in simple Excel sheet. That's all. Is this a problem doing this? Is it a problem for doing this? Getting about, let's say, 50 properties you have to identify. Is it a problem for you to identify 50 properties? New, old, resale, everything you note down. It is not at all a problem. It is available in internet. But you have to pull all those information, put it in a proper form. That's all. And when your buyer says that, okay, Manoj Gupta, I have seen this property, what you have shown me, but I need to see more properties. Can you show me some more? Then you can tell him, yes, sir, I can. I have this property, right? Which one you would be interested in going next? You tell him. So he will not leave you on go. He'll say, okay, I will see this property. Now that property, you have not even contacted the company. You have not contacted, got your channel partnership agreement with him. But this person has shown interest. You can buy time. Sir, next week I will arrange property visit for this. Okay, sir? Say okay, fine. Then he will say, okay, do one thing. Next week, can you just give me can you show me 3 properties? So this property, this property, this property. Next week I'll show you these 3 properties. Is that okay? Fine. Now he says, okay, now get the information of all these 3. Contact them. Get their confirmation. Then next week, show him those 3 properties. Now he has seen all these 3 properties. Still he says, I know, no, Manoj Gupta, I want to see more. Don't worry, sir, I still have this many properties. Tell me which one you are interested in. Are you interested in seeing plots, vagera, vagera? Now you're trying to divert his thinking from apartment to plots. Possible, he may get converted. You never know. Or you can tell him, villa is there, sir. Would you like to see villas? So you have to satisfy the client's interest. Now, when you do this way, sales will happen and you will not lose leads at all. Today you are losing leads because you become blank. मुझे मनोज गुप्ता और properties दिखाओ. Sir, I don't have properties, sir. Then he will say, okay, tata, bye bye. That is why you are losing leads. This is a universal problem, Devendra, and there is a technique for that. Sometimes customer makes direct contact to builder when dealer shows him how to prevent this. Now for that, you have to graduate yourself from an agent to becoming a consultant. Now if you become a consultant, he will not bypass you and go. How to become a consultant? You have to provide him information. You have to be honest, truthful to this person. The first time when he comes, how many of you feel that we should convince the customer in buying property? We should convince the customer to buy property. How many of you feel that? Convincing the buyer is important. Kiran, Manoj, KK Jangra, Sai Kiran, Kamal, Dandapani, Uday Kumar, V. Rajesh Kumar, Ravi Babu, Salar Khan, Amanmol Chaudhary, K. Ramesh Babu, Afzal Khan, Pradeep Kumar, Jadav Mukunda, Mohammad Shakil. All of you are saying we should convince the customer. All of you are wrong. My 22 years of experience, I will tell you, you can never, ever convince a buyer. Buyer will not get convinced at all. What is your role? Please understand that. Convincing. Buyer would not like to be sold any property to himself. He will always like to feel that I have purchased this property. Not because this person convinced me. Not because the dealer convinced me. Not because the developer convinced me. No. It's not an ordinary small amount, Baba. It's not a vegetable purchase. It is not a sari purchase to convince. It is a property purchase. Lifelong savings are being given. Nobody can convince him unless he gets convinced himself. If he likes the property, then he will buy. So what is your role? Your role is facilitate. You are only a facilitator. You are a facilitator between the buyer and the seller. And it should look worth every penny for him. And for that, since you know your role very clearly now, facilitator, what is the role of a facilitator is, what is the role of a consultant is to give facts and figures. When you are showing a property, you must educate the property, the good things about the property and the negative things about the property, which a developer will never do. Let's take an example of a property which is there in Bangalore. Let me not name the name of this thing. Next to that building, right? Next to that project, there is a graveyard. Okay, Christian graveyard is there. So all the Christian graveyard means it's buried. Dead bodies are buried in that graveyard. Now, very next to that, this a project is there, and 6 to 7 people out of 10 people don't see that graveyard is there because it's a very busy area. It's a very busy area, corner plot, right? In the corner area, this graveyard is there. And next to that is this apartment. People pass through that graveyard and go there. They don't understand that it's a graveyard because there's a compound wall put across there. And because the compound wall is there, it is not visible. So as you're going in the road, you will not see that there's a graveyard. So the people who go there and purchase it, book it and come back, later on they discover. And then they cancel it. Okay. Now, what injustice has happened to this buyer? Now, why did the developer's team did not inform him about the graveyard? He will not. Why? Because he wants to achieve his target. He will never say anything negative about the property. Whereas you are a consultant. You are an advisor to the buyer. You are a facilitator to the buyer. You can be honest. By being honest, don't you think that you are losing a lead? No, you will not lose lead. You will gain a lead. You will gain his trust. He will never leave you and go. आप ही मुझे, I don't know, see, Manoj Gupta, what you do, you somehow search properties for me and give me. I am interested in this. You give me like this. He will tell you because you have been very honest. Sir, I'll tell you all the good things about this property and I'll also tell you all the minus things about this property. Both these things, you take a call yourself after listening to me. Now you have 10 points, you will tell all good points about that property. Sir, excellent location, beautifully built, right? Metro is just about 2 minutes walk from there, right? Mall is there. These are all plus points, all plus points. School is there, hospital is there, everything is plus points for that. And there is also a negative point, sir. There is not many, but just one negative point. That's all. If you can ignore this, it will be a super property for you. What is it? Sir, there is a graveyard next to that. Now, how many agents, how many salespeople will really tell this? Tell me. Out of 10 real estate agents, tell me how many people will really tell this? Please be honest in telling. Rare. None. No one. There's one person who says, Palle Pavan Kumar. He said, I will. Yes. You should inform. If you inform, you will go slightly above his image. You'll say, my God, what a man. He's not selfish. He's not here to sell. He's here to help me. So, I trust this person. That is what you should do. Now, when you do like this, you will not lose this. Got it? We are unable to identify whether he is serious buyer or not. We are unable to identify whether he is serious buyer or not. This is another problem. Because junk leads are coming. Now that is why this tool is important. Previer. Never lose a lead again. Don't lose a lead again here. Now what is the power of this Previer tool? How many of you know about this Previer? How many of you know this Previer? Me. Okay, lot many people know about this. Good. Are you all using this Previer? Yes, no? Anybody using Previer? Good. SKR is using. Nice. Now I'm going to tell you in Previer, those who are using, you will understand. Those who are not using also, you will now understand that how powerful is this Previer.